is insane, you guys.
Yo, this is sexy, man.
Broadcasting live from the internet, it's Tuesday night, and this is the PanelsOnPages.com podcast with your host, Lee Rodriguez.
At the end of the day, babies are terrible people, and I'm not sorry for saying it.
Jason Nyes.
Motherfucker, I won best costume!
Jose Guzman.
Yeah, I know nothing about Firestorm except for his hat's always burning.
And Kelly Harris.
Boy, love, it appears we got a penis in the mail.
I glued my fucking eyes shut!
I just want to see all these Yelp reviews of Jose's jizz.
Oh, sorry, I knocked over the salt.
Like you had anything better to do.
Hey, what is happening, everybody? Today is Tuesday, October 30th, 2018, and this is episode number 445 of the Panels on Pages podcast. I'm your host, the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez, and joining me tonight, we got Mr. Jason Nyes.
Funny!
And Kelly Harris.
Takes more than one little murder to stop Vince McMahon.
That's right.
Where the fuck is Jose?
Jose
is not here because he's too busy not seeing Maynard front post a fire, apparently. He's
Imagine being named Maynard.
Of all the fucking weeks for him to come up with an excuse to not show up. That son of a bitch, Lee!
Fuck.
So you
Go ahead and
having
put
some
a
issues
fucking
there?
asterisk by this season.
Sure.
Oh, no, that was fake Jose.
Dun-dun-dun.
I thought it was real
Dun-dun-dun.
Jose. The part of real Jose will be played by fake Jose tonight.
ESPN, the
Like he's
global
here.
leader in sports.
Lee, ask me how nice his week went, Lee.
Hey, how was nice this
Fuck.
week?
It was fucking great, Lee!
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
Nice played Jose this week, Lee.
I did. In fact, we met up on Sunday for the Packers-Rams game at a sports bar because our quarterbacks were playing head-to-head as well.
Guess what happened, Lee?
I gathered, given the evolution of fantasy football as told by Office Gifts, gathering Nyes won.
He stomped his balls, Lee.
Ah!
All over him, 96-89.
It
It was close. He needed 5 points on Monday night, Lee. 5 points. And halfway through that game, he had 2.5 points. I was very concerned for him.
Yeah. LaShawn
But
McCoy
It all worked out.
was probably one of my top 5 draft picks, maybe top 3. And boy, has he just not come through for me this season.
Hey, that happened to me like 2 years ago.
Yep.
I only have like 2 people I drafted. It's fine. The draft is overrated.
Is it? Because I sure would have liked to have drafted Mahomes for whatever reason. I don't know.
We all pretty much passed on Mahomes. Most of us picked our quarterback before Mahomes.
Sure.
It's fine.
Who's Mahomes?
He's my cousin.
Oh, okay.
Mahomie.
You're my homie, right?
Mahomes.
Anyone ever call you that?
No, nobody ever calls me Mahomes.
Well, I guess I know what we're doing now.
Or Mahomie.
You're going to kill me, Kelly. All right. Vetter continued his ultimate domination of all things fantasy football. Vetter and Mel putting up 156 and 148 points between the two of them.
Jesus.
So Vetter took his wrath out on Tad, who put up a respectable 129 points out of nowhere.
And
Last
didn't
week-
win the fucking game?
Yeah.
Last
Christ.
week he tied Nyes with like 72 points. This week he just drops 130 out of nowhere.
Did he actually start a
lost.
healthy tight end and a kicker?
I do believe he started a whole team.
That
Yeah.
could have been...
Could have been. That must have been the other 60 points. That tight end and that kicker. And then Mel beat the shit out of Tito. So that was pretty fun to watch. Tito, because he knows a lot about football, is still considering himself hanging in there as one of these upper echelon teams, but he's very quickly sinking to the bottom of this league. This is
not
very
the
much
bottom.
a Mel Vetter Shark league. And then Tito is like, hey guys, hey, what are you guys doing? What do you want to do? You want to hang out?
There is a clear middle class in our fantasy football league, and that's Tito, Mary, Jose, Goat for some reason, Kelly, and Mahoney. I would all consider in the middle class. Then you got the 1%. You got your Mels, you got your Vetters, you got your Sharks, and then you got your homeless, which are myself, Tad, and Juan.
A mere pauper.
They got holes in their pants.
Yeah.
Lee. None of them have shoes on.
Newspaper for socks.
There's one shoe between the three of them.
Their socks look more like fishnets.
Oof. Had to catch myself there.
Big ups to Juan, though. I gotta fucking... Even though he lost a Shark, right? What was the score?
Here's the deal. Juan played Shark. I was trending to defeat Goat in our Ultimate Showdown. Juan was well on his way to beating Shark. And I said, hey, Juan, go get him. I could use Shark to lose because that would set me up nicely. And Juan said, you're not my dad, and then proceeded to disappoint me like I was his goddamn dad. Thanks for nothing, Juan. 1-7 is Juan after trading away the Bears defense. Juan has not won a game since trading the Bears defense. Let's keep track of that.
And his only win was against me.
It's true.
And I just, by half a game, I have a better record than him.
Yep. Juan is officially in the basement of the league. Nyes is on the basement stairs.
The landing right before the last stair.
He has not yet made it to the light switch at the top, but he's working.
Yeah, I'm heading up there. Like what? There's 6 more weeks in the season. Man, yeah. I feel like I could pull this whole thing off.
Yeah, you'll probably win.
That wild card spot, man. You know.
Yeah, that's true.
What's turning the tide for me is injuries are hitting real hard in the
real
league.
hard.
Yeah, I know. I have them all. They're all on my team. All the injuries.
Oh no, I got a bunch of them too.
Oh, do you?
See, Tito traded me a quarterback who then was just straight up benched.
Yeah, well, that was a stupid trade. I can't believe you fell for that trick. Tito fleeced you. I hope you're angry at him.
I am.
Tito got you to give him got you to take his quarterback, and then convinced Juan to send him the Chicago defense. Tito will tell me that I'm out here swindling people while he is over there swindling people. So
no, you're a very nice boy. We had a good trade.
Yeah, I liked that trade.
Yeah,
Jose said he didn't understand why I made it because Jose doesn't know what I'm doing over here.
Tell us a little.
He's not keyed in.
Mahoney, tell us a little bit about Jack Doyle.
Jack fucking Doyle. I picked him up. I said, nah, I dropped him. I picked him up. I said, I dropped him. And then I picked him up. And then 16 points, Lee. 16 fucking points. Number 1 tight end potential. I don't know. He looks like he's going to be great. So now I got 2 tight ends. And now I'm just rich. I'm tight end rich, Lee. I don't even know. I don't know what to do with 2 tight ends.
Ooh, homie, give me a tight end, homie.
You have the best tight end.
Yeah, but he's on a bye this week.
Well, let's talk.
Let's
I
talk.
got Jack motherfucking Doyle.
Hey, man. Fucking wheel and deal.
Do you have any injured running backs?
I got a couple healthy ones, I believe.
All right. Well, this is a tough week for me because I don't have a single player who is playing who, like, my entire bench is either injured or on a bye. So every single player I got, I need.
All right. Well, I got some healthy boys. Some strong, strapping lads.
So, Lee, here's the deal with trades. I went to Jose, offered him a trade for his tight end, whose name Njoku. I said, Jose, you got 2 tight ends. I could use one. Let me have one of those. I'll give you I'll give you this guy. I went into great detail on paper of how the two players we were talking about had scored basically the exact same number of points at the exact same rate of scoring points for the same average number of points. It's just I can only play one of them as a tight end, and one I can't play in that spot. And I was like, Jose, I need the tight end because that's the spot in my lineup I have to play him. So help a brother out. Take this guy who's identical, and we'll swap. And Jose said, Njoku's got like a cool haircut, and I kind of love him. And would fight. And insisted on starting this ridiculous running back who wasn't even going to play. And then, Njoku, guess what, Lee? Lee, how many points do you think Njoku scored last week, Lee?
7.
Nope, too high.
Oh, shit.
Keep going.
4.
Nope, too high.
Is it 0?
It's 0, Lee. He scored 0 points.
The whole thing's fucked.
The running back he started scored 1 point, Lee. So, had Jose made this trade with me, he would have beaten eyes. Just saying, Jose. Just
Go ahead
saying.
and put a fucking asterisk by this season.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm
sure.
gonna.
Fucking your favorite dude, Jack Doyle's on a bye this week, so he does me no good.
I know. It's ridiculous. So now, Jose wouldn't trade me Njoku. I went out, Lee, and I got Jack motherfucking Doyle. And he's a league winner, Lee. I'm coming for that title. I'm 3-5, but I'm feeling
Hey,
good.
me too.
Well, great. I hope you go to 3-6 while I cruise up the ladder.
I hope you go to 3-6.
No, I'm going to 4-5.
No, you're going to 3-6.
No, I don't want to do that. I'm playing Tad this week, and Tad dropped 130 points last week, and I'm terrified.
Sorry, Mahomes.
The 1 week when I get Mel, a handful of his best players are on a bye. And that is literally my only chance at defeating Mel. I think I have my full team for the first time in weeks, and a couple of his best people are on a bye.
Oh my god!
Nice.
So
You got a shot.
fingers crossed. He'll pull something. He'll pull some random dude off the pile. It'll score 37 points.
Lee, is this exactly how you expected it would go with Mahoney joining the Fantasy Football League?
Pretty much. I'm over here playing a game on my iPad, just having a good time.
Lee, let me walk you through something here.
Fucking wish you would.
Where's my team? Hang on.
Mahoney, walk him through our trade.
I'm gonna walk.
Tell him about the pleasant
Okay.
experience we had.
Let me tell you. Hang on. Before we get there, let me set the stage for you. I have on my team. What do we have? 16 players. So I drafted 16 players, Lee, and 4 of them remain. I have made 35 acquisitions and 4 trades. So I am nothing if not a wheeler dealer, Lee. I will make a deal. So Kelly, here's the deal. Kelly's very pleased with our trade. Kelly had Jalen Richard, running back for the Oakland Raiders, and the Oakland Raiders just traded their guy who their quarterback checks down to, and Jalen Richard is the next guy up who he's going to check down to all the time. So he's going to get a big spike in the number of catches he gets, Lee.
Yeah.
And we're a PPR league, so I want guys who get catches, and all my running backs are hurt, so I need a running back. I, meanwhile, have this random dude from the Indianapolis Colts who filled in for an injured guy for a couple of weeks, and then now he doesn't really do that much of anything. So I was like, hey, Kelly, you want this dude from the Colts? And Kelly was like, yeah, he's got a cool name. I like his haircut. I'll take him. And now I have Jalen Richard, who's going to get a shitload of catches, and Kelly has a guy with a cool name and a nice haircut, and he looks great over there on his bench.
Yep.
Yeah. It was a really good trade.
I kind of do the same
Before
thing.
then, I wanted Julio Jones because he was the only person whose name I knew on his bench.
Kelly was like, what about your best receiver? And I was like, no, thank you.
When I'm looking to add drop players, my main criteria is if they look nice. Like, he looks nice.
Yeah.
That is Jose's approach. I'm positive.
Does Booby Dixon still play?
What?
What?
That's not a real player.
No, Booby Dixon. He was like 2 years ago.
Ha ha, Clinton Dix.
Booby
right.
Dixon. He's a real person.
Here's the deal. I don't know how many people from the league are listening live. I don't know how many people from the league will listen before the end of the night. Probably not that many.
Okay, his real name is Anthony Richard Booby Dixon.
Amazing. But anyways, if you're in the league and you are listening, I got the number 4 waiver pick this week, and I'm not too solid on what I'm going to do with it. So if you're like the number 12 waiver pick and you need a defense, or maybe you're into the number 5, Kelly, and you don't have a quarterback anymore. And
I got a quarterback.
Well, you got a shitty quarterback.
No, he's good.
He's not that good. You had him on your bench for Jameis Winston. How good could he be?
Well, because I believed in the things that Tito told me.
Tito took you for a ride.
See, Tito knows about football, so I
Tito
took his
drove you
advice.
to the top of like the Hollywood sign, and then he left you because you wouldn't put out.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyways, if you're a person looking for a player, just know I'm also looking at what you need. And I might take him at 4. So maybe get in touch with me and we'll talk about some trades.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
That's very intense.
I'm gonna block all your picks unless you send me something of value.
I was really on the fence about this fantasy football season, and even with a record of 1-6-1, still not a great season for me. But man, it's really entertaining watching Mahoney just do his thing.
I'm gonna trade every player in this league. Now, who's up? Who's next? Don't ask me about Jack Doyle. He's not on the block.
I won't.
And he's on a bye.
Thanks, Lee.
I'll trade you Jack Doyle for whatever the Nyheim Hines.
No, I would never do that. Nyheim Hines is going to get 7 points for the rest of the season.
Jack Doyle sounds like a film noir detective, and Hines sounds like a tap dancer.
Yeah.
Hines sounds like a ketchup, and Jack Doyle is beating up people on the docks nightly.
I'll trade you Jameis Winston for Jack Doyle.
No, he's not available.
Tito told me Jameis Winston
league.
is very good.
Yeah, Tito was like, take a look at his haircut. Doesn't he look great?
He does have a nice haircut.
And we talked about what
Solid
Jameis
trade.
Winston is famous for, right?
Stealing crab legs.
And jumping up on the table and say, fuck her right in the pussy.
Yep.
Wait, is that him?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, I wouldn't have.
You
Had I known that.
traded for and started the fucker in the pussy guy.
I don't know these. Do you think I know anything about football?
No, I do not.
Fucking. This is why I tried draft Tiki Barber.
ESPN, the global leader in sports. The whole thing's fucked.
I drafted Booby Dixon because I liked his name.
Kelly,
Dun-dun-dun,
Kelly, why are you carrying an injured kicker on your bench?
I like that guy.
But why? He can't even play.
He's good.
He's the 21st ranked kicker. There aren't even 21 teams in the league, Kelly.
No, he's good. Look at his mustache. He's gotten me a lot of points in the past.
What year? 2016?
Probably.
Matt Bryant is 85 years old, Kelly.
But he's got a sweet mustache.
Oh my god.
Oh, jeez.
Drafted 102 overall by Los Ignorables.
You're nice.
Oh,
I think you broke him.
This is just the best. I asked Mahoney, like, has he been talking fantasy football with Lisa? He's like, oh yeah, I talk to her about it all the time, but she listens to me about it the same amount that she does when I'm talking about other things. So
Yeah, it's fine. It doesn't matter what topic I talk about. She catches about 25% of it. So.
Yep, that sounds about right.
But man, this sports bar we went to, Friendly Confines over here, some boss-ass waffle fries and onion rings, and I got this Chicago dog that was so legit, you guys. So we might have to head back there a couple more times in the future. I was dying for a Chicago dog. Didn't get one when we were there for All In. This one hit that spot.
What sort of water they cook it in? They cook it in Florida water or Chicago water?
I think it's grilled on a flat top.
Nah, that's no Chicago dog.
That's the Chicago dog.
I would put this Chicago dog up against any Chicago dog.
Yeah, do it.
All right.
We'll kick that shit right off the table. You ever seen Juan do his spin kick?
No, wait, is that a thing?
Yeah.
Is it good?
The best you've ever seen.
Shit.
See, you just never know about people, Kelly.
Juan, film a video of you kicking.
Yeah, I feel like that's a marketable skill.
Yeah.
Juan, if you win the Kerouac, you're going to have to film a video of you doing a spin kick.
I think if Juan wins the Kerouac, we need to send him an edible arrangement.
Oh, that'd be so nice.
You know, he could use the vitamins, I'm sure.
Of dicks. So how does the Kerouac work? Is it the bottom four and then essentially a bottom four wild card? Is that what goes on?
Yeah.
Wait, I can get an edible arrangement if I get in last place?
I just think he needs it.
Fuck, I'm gonna sit everyone.
All right, send me Adam Thielen.
No, I like him.
All right, we can talk about Jack Doyle for Adam Thielen.
Oh, all right.
As to your question, Mahoney, yeah, it's pretty much a full tournament bracket for the playoffs. So you know exactly where everybody places.
Yeah, I'm just getting a little worried that I might be in the running for that Kerouac.
Well,
don't worry, Mahomes. You got Jack Doyle.
I do have Jack Doyle. He's going to win me this league. But if he doesn't, he might lose me this league.
You just got to kind of hope that the other three teams in that Final Four gave up like 5 weeks ago, and they're just not even paying attention.
Well,
that used to be Gino.
Yeah. Do you want to be Gino? You can be Gino.
I am Gino.
Who's the new Gino?
Well, there you go. Stop paying attention.
Mahoney, you're clearly not Gino.
Lee.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about something I hate to even mention. But I played GOAT this week, Lee. And he beat me by half a fucking point.
Sucks. It fucking sucks, doesn't it?
It's the worst. It's clearly karma.
Yeah. Gotcha.
I'd rather lose than tie. Just saying.
Yeah, it's the worst. Ooh, on the bright side, this is the very first week, Nice, where I have now scored 3 more points than you have. Because previously I had scored the fewest number of points in the entire league.
Nice.
I just somehow had won a couple games. So now it is 746 to 743.
If it wasn't for Jordy Nelson, I'd have a pretty solid team this past week. Probably my best all season.
Fucking Jordy.
Kill Jordy. So, Lee, how's your week?
You know what?
How'd Jordy Nelson do on your fantasy team, Lee?
He did okay.
That's good.
Did all right.
Wouldn't it be great if Lee was playing his own fantasy football game, just not telling any of us?
And I'm God, you don't even know how fucking hard I'm winning.
This league.
I'm the number one in the league. I got my own belt. The whole fucking 9. The best. But no, nice. My week is pretty fucking great.
Oh yeah, it was anniversary week.
It was anniversary week. Yeah, so
you get it.
It was gotten. We dropped the kids off on Friday, and we did not see them again until Sunday, and it was fucking rad.
How many ropes did you fling, homie?
How many?
Tell us in detail where all of them
ended. 3? Let's say 3.
Nice.
Like 3 is a good number.
3 solid
I think
ropes.
It was 3. Pretty sure it was 3.
Nice.
Yeah, 3. Good stuff. But yeah, no, we had a fucking blast. Like, we need to do this kind of thing more often because, like, for some reason, we have it in our minds that we can only do this kind of thing when, like, you know, an occasion merits
special
it.
occasion.
It's like, No, you just fucking get somebody to watch the kids for a day or two and just, have some
Peace
fucking
out.
real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was awesome. And this is like coming from a person who actively likes his kids. Some people fucking hate their kids. So they must really need it, but we fucking had a blast. We got an Airbnb in Nashville, spent the weekend in the city.
Wow.
Had that big fucking mall.
The Opry
Friday
Mills.
night, pretty sure I saw a time traveler. There was a dude walking around in a Linkin Park Hybrid Theory record cover T-shirt, carrying around a fucking Discman.
Holy shit.
Like he just belonged there, and I'm like, oh shit, this guy walked into like a fucking Hot Topic and found a pearl in the back room in 2008.
Oh, he doesn't know that Linkin Park man's dead.
I think he's gonna be surprised about a lot of things. He's like fucking the Apprentice guys, the president. Like, it's gonna be a fucking rude awakening. I want to follow that guy, but Cole was not as impressed. We had to go to the Kate Spade outlet in the mall because I did a well-intentioned stupid thing in attempting to buy the missus a bag a few weeks ago. And I was like, "Here, I got this thing," and like I knew from her face it wasn't like a grand slam or nothing, and I'm like, "Hey, no, it's cool." In a world where the thought counts, I fucking knocked that one out of the park. It was a good idea. She's like, no, it was a great idea, but I'm like, yeah, no, I get it. So we went and returned the bag, got a new bag she actually likes, and everybody wins. The lady there, right, register's like, "There's something wrong with it?" I said, "Yeah, it's not this one." That's the main problem.
Someone's got to tell Linkin Park guy about Kate Spade.
I got to tell Linkin Park guy about a lot of things. Like, it was.
Oh shit, she's dead too.
Bizarre.
Lee, you know what you gotta tell him? You
The
gotta tell him
Kelly's
Kelly's
Band-Aids?
Yeah.
God damn it. I don't. I've never eaten a Band-Aid.
Did you vote in the,
Did you know it?
Did you vote in the poll, Kelly, about how many Band-Aids you ate?
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't think I saw that one.
Everybody please vote in the poll. There's one poll. It's titled Poll. Please see below.
Is it on Twitter?
No, it's in the Fantasy Football League.
Really?
And
Yeah.
what is the poll?
The poll is, how many Band-Aids did he eat? Tell him. Less than 5 or more than 5. Currently, it's
Where do I find
67%.
polls?
67% more than 5.
Yeah, where
You
are
know, I
these
really
polls?
shouldn't ask where can I find polls because I feel like that can be used against me.
Context is everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, then we went out Saturday night. Fun because it was it's
Oh yeah, there's a poll.
Halloween weekend in Nashville. There's no shortage of places to fucking go in costumes and shit. And so my lady bought herself a fucking rat ass nurse outfit, and she looked criminally hot.
Just
Criminally hot.
straight porno nurse costume.
Straight porno nurse costume. It's fucking awesome. And I'm like, I got this lab coat. I'll be a doctor. I'll also buy a stethoscope.
See, I thought you were dressed as a reverend. I thought I saw the little clergy collar and like you had one of those.
See, that would have been pretty good too. See, now that means we got to do that up next year. We saw a couple that there was a guy who was like a reverend with a collar the whole nine, and this girl was like porno nun, and I'm like, that shouldn't do it for me like it does.
But you are also a reverend, so
Yeah, so I'm kind of into it. So that might be next year. We got to save something for next year. But I had a fucking blast. Rolled back at the place at like 2:30 because the lady got nice and drunk. I did not. And so since she was nice and drunk, we had to make damn sure we found an appropriate McDonald's and got some burgers in her.
oh yeah.
Did them post-drawn McDonald's burgers. Very fucking important. But overall, had a wonderful experience with the Airbnb. Like they had like a little guest suite behind the house. It was wonderful. But like, couldn't help but wonder, what must it be like to not guess, but know there are strangers fucking in your house? No, it's happening. Like there's no maybe will they won't they. Not everyone who comes to that door is fucking in your house. Like there's no way it's not happening.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we didn't all fuck each other at the WrestleMania weekend.
It's true, but they're probably
pretty sure when it's for WrestleMania weekend, nobody's fucking.
there probably was some fucking. I'm not gonna name names.
12% chance of fuckery.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, very possible.
Lee, were you and Goat?
No, he threw up that one night for very other reasons.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Oh, Goat threw up. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he had a flare up of his ulcer, and I woke in. Our room was right next to the bathroom, so I just it was about 3 a.m. Like, oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Was that because of Channing Tatum's restaurant?
No, I think it was not after that, because Channing Tatum night we didn't do anything.
Oh no, was it Frank's?
It might have been Frank's.
Fucking Frank.
Fucking Frank.
God damn it.
Fucking Frank.
Fucking catcher's mitt. Son of a bitch.
That fucking old purse-looking old bitch.
Looking just like a Kate Spade handbag, that fucking prick. But no, we had a goddamn blast. It was wonderful. I had a fucking
Good
ball.
for you guys. Happy
And then,
15 years, right?
15 years. There will come a point very soon where we will have been married for more than half of my life, which is kind of crazy.
I mean, you've been married for as long as I've known you.
Shit, I guess you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess so. How about that shit? It's nuts. Yeah. And like, mostly pretty great.
I would agree.
The other day, I'm like, so what do you think? Like, cumulatively, let's say, like 13 really, really good years, right? Because, like, you figure we've not had, like, 700 shitty days, right? Like, no, let's say 13. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good average.
There was some hard times.
Yeah.
Hard times, baby. Hard times.
But that's consecutively. That was a pretty fucking rough patch.
And they were hard.
They were hard. And for those listening, it was not our fault that they were hard.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if I'd truly count that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a strain. It was a strain.
It was fucking rough. Like, yeah. Again, not our fault. Not like it was like fucking marital woes, whatever. But there was some rough days.
Yeah, that's the one. Like, I wouldn't count that against the days because it wasn't caused by the actual marriage.
Well, in that case, it's definitely way more than 13 years then. So in that case, you're just boosting my numbers, Kelly, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, no,
I like
that's
that
what
math.
I'm trying to do.
How many minutes would you say cumulative in 15 years was she truly just disappointed in your purchases of giant plastic robots?
At some point, she had to just give it to God and let it go. She can't be mad anymore. There's no way.
Can't she?
I think she can't. Not anymore. I think. No, it's like every once in a while there's just like a sigh of quiet resignation, but it's okay. And you know what? Fucking broad's getting handbags, man. Okay, like it's just me. All right, fucking fancy bags. All right, we've all got our vices.
Popcast number 445. Broad's getting handbags.
That bag doesn't even transform into anything.
Top 6 handbags the broad gets.
She knows. This is not a fucking secret. She knows what's up.
13 reasons why actress joins Avengers 4.
And last thing I'll talk about real quick, just because I have to mention, and it's also thematically appropriate for the day, but we took a break from Daredevil, not because it's not good, because it's fucking great. The Bullseye kind of origin issue is so cool.
All right, guys, let's talk about Daredevil for a sec.
I have not started
I don't know how I feel about sexy Bullseye.
I mean, everybody on these shows is sexy, though.
Too hot?
Except for fucking Karen Page. What a dog, right?
Oh, the worst.
That thing on her face. Oh, my God. Cut it off.
Literally
Bullseye
every time she comes on
be-
screen, one of us goes, ugh.
Bullseye shouldn't be an attractive person.
Why?
Why not?
Have you seen him? He's horrific looking in the comics.
Yeah, but he mostly wears that mask. I think without the mask, he should be kind of like disarmingly handsome.
Nah,
Yeah,
he's
honestly, I
got
don't know
weird
what he
big
looks
ass
like
teeth
from that.
and
Well, he
bald.
has
He's
those
got that
weird teeth
fucked up
because he
scar.
pulls them out and kills people with them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like that dude's portrayal is really good.
He was surprisingly good.
He's
from
very
a
good.
CW show.
Is he?
Yeah.
Which one?
I don't put me on the spot for this. I don't know.
And all them CW shows are back too, and it's hard to keep up with them. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, they're
Not
filling
one
up
of
my
the
DVR.
superhero ones, but like one of the romance ones.
Yeah.
Dynasty.
Could be
Probably.
Dynasty.
One of
Could
the
be.
romance ones.
One of the romance ones. There's only
Fucking-
two types of CW shows: superheroes or teen drama.
That's about right.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, they'll two will intersect.
Yes.
Fucking, I've seen like one of the two of the Flashes were solid. Black Lightning was pretty good. The premiere for that. Arrow's good.
Yeah, I watched the first two Flashes. It's a lot better than it was last year.
Yeah, last year was not the best with Flash,
No, last year was rough.
but Oliver in Prison's a good time. I like that. That's pretty good.
Hanging out with Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
Remember they were gonna make a movie about that? Green Arrow in prison.
Yep, Supermax.
Then they were
What?
like, let's make it season 7 of Arrow instead.
For
Yeah,
the
why not?
longest time, they were talking about doing a Supermax movie with Green Arrow.
Huh.
It was just gonna drop you right in to be like, this is Green Arrow. He's a superhero. He's in prison, surrounded by people he put there.
Heart
That
of
sounds about right.
Heart of Dixie. Is that the show?
That's it.
HART. Heart of Dixie.
Heart of Dixie.
Hardy Dixie.
All
His
that
name
shit's
is-
pretty good. And then Constantine is on Legends this year, and I like that guy playing Constantine a lot. That's pretty fun.
He's really good.
But
Man,
I don't
I
want to talk
might-
about none of that right now. What I want to talk about is fucking Haunting of Hill House on Netflix.
I thought for sure it was gonna be how many Band-Aids Kelly eats.
It is not about the band.
Oh, by the way, I tied up the poll. It's 3-3 now.
Damn it.
But,
Yeah, but I'm
Haunting
saying
of
you
Hill
ain't-
House is legit as fuck. It's real spooky stuff. And I like the structure of the show. It takes place partially in 1992 and partially in today, and so you get the flashbacks are this family moving into this old creepy mansion to renovate it and sell it, and there's ghosts and shit, and then the present day stuff is what their lives are like now, and we're 5 episodes deep, and there's 10, and every episode focuses primarily on one of the kids, both what they were like when they were kids and as an adult. And for the most part, the present day stuff is all looping around the 2 days in which the youngest girl dies. And so you see from all their perspectives where they were when she died, how she died, and all this and that, relative to each other. And now I think we're all kind of caught up, and I don't know what the hell happens next, but the structure is fucking rad. And the guy Mike Flanagan, who he directed that rad Gerald's Game movie on Netflix last year, it's a fucking killer flick with also with Carlo Gugino, who's in this show and can still get it. And it's really well done. And there are just dozens of ghosts like hidden in the backgrounds of shots that don't do anything. Like they're just there the way in case you spot one, it just creeps you the fuck out. Like it's really, really good. Like it's a legit horror show. I highly recommend it if you're on the fence about it or whatever. It's really, really good. You should all watch that. That's all I got. What's up, Nice?
Well, shit. After our discussion about Halloween candy last week, when Mary and I went grocery shopping this week, we had to go down the Halloween candy aisle and got me a couple bags of those Reese's pumpkins, like the snack size. So they're
Nice.
they're about 2 inches wide, and they're good to just kind of fucking pop a couple in your mouth real quick, and they're not the big ones that kind of fall apart.
Man, that's what she said.
They're pretty solid. Then they had a mini bags of Swedish Fish and Sour Patch Kids. And man,
Nice.
they're so fresh and good. And we've almost burned through both bags of candy already. But it's fucking Halloween. Get off my back. Thing that I noticed, though, is the new trend is glow-in-the-dark Halloween candy.
Yeah.
I saw this.
Go on.
I saw glow in the dark. The first thing was Kit Kats. I was like, it said glow in the dark Kit Kats. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm
Yeah, it's weird.
eating some glow in the dark Kit Kats. No, the
They're gonna make my poop glow.
The Kit Kat isn't glow in the dark. The wrapper is, and it's like
That's lame as fuck.
get the fuck out of here! Don't tout to me that something's glow in the dark and it's just the wrapper. I
Because they
get
even
it.
show on the package the green glowing Kit Kats.
Don't care for that. That's
was
some bullshit. That's fuckery right there.
We went to early vote Saturday morning.
Hey, good for you.
Early voting's the tits, man. I don't ever want to vote on election day ever again in my life. In the past few years of early voting, I've never waited. Walk right up, sign you in, go vote, motherfucker. Do your thing. It's great. And then we get breakfast afterwards. We were gonna go earlier in the week, so I had my outfit already. I had my Joker disobey shirt. I was like, man, I'm super fucking cool. I'm gonna wear this shirt that says disobey, and I'm gonna go early vote. But then we didn't vote, so I fucking threw it in the corner. And then Saturday, I'm like, all right, let's go, disobey shirt. Time to go. Threw it on. Felt super fucking cool. Head to early vote. The little old ladies that are checking me in, they see my shirt and they go, oh, I like it. Disobey. Nice. I dig your shirt. And then I just turn into a little red-faced, bashful little boy. I think I'm such the fucking badass walking in there to vote. You're like, thank you.
And you said thank you. I'm voting for Jeb.
But earlier in the week,
I'm trying to not let the malaise set in, because like in my heart of hearts, I don't think anything good's gonna happen.
Yo, you gotta go vote.
I'm gonna go. I'm definitely gonna go. But I feel like it's gonna be futile. I gotta do it.
I feel like after 2016, we can't just get our hopes up anymore.
Oh no, I have no hopes.
Yeah,
like they're gone. Like they've been stomped out like hard. Like there's no hopes.
But
like forgot how to hope.
We still got to get out there and do our part, and
do it.
Especially in Florida. Man, it was an honor to vote for what could be our first black governor in Andrew Gillum.
That dude seems all right.
That dude is chill as fuck. He talks about his grandma a lot, and you need to chill on that a little bit. But I was ready to vote for him even before this happened at the last debate between Andrew Gillum and Ron DeSantis for Florida governor.
Saw this.
Listen to this.
Mr. Gillum, I'll give you a chance to respond now.
Well, let me first say my grandmother used to say a hit dog will holler. And it hollered through this room.
I don't get that.
Mr. DeSantis has spoken. First of all, he's got neo-Nazis helping him out in the state. He has spoken at racist conferences. He's accepted a contribution and would not return it from someone who referred to the former president of the United States as a Muslim, Nigger.
Oh, he spelled
when
it.
asked to return that money, he said no. He's using that money to now fund negative ads. Now, I'm not calling Mr. DeSantis a racist. I'm simply saying the racists believe he's a racist.
Mr. DeSantis.
And then DeSantis' face is just like, hey, what? Oh, hey! Oh, that's not cool, man.
God, these are weird fucking times.
Andrew Gillum's definitely got an Obama vibe going. And DeSantis, when they do those split screens between these two guys, he looks like such a creep. Such a date rapey 1%er creep. Doesn't know how to, like, what do I do with my face? Where do I look straight into the camera? When Andrew Gillum starts to just dunk on him, you see his teeth start to grind and his lips start to curl. And it's like, man, this guy, he's a politician made for radio.
Yeah, like I want that guy to win. I want all those guys to win because I just need this mean shit to stop. Like, because that's the thing that drives me nuts is that, like, I think no matter who you are, like, there's been a time when you'd be like, okay, yeah, I'm not, like, super on board with, like, the way shit's happened politically, whatever. But this is the first time in my life that has ever been, like, from an administration point, everything seems to be so deliberately mean and just, like, in bad faith. And that's a fucking bummer. Like, oh yeah, I don't like this policy. I like this and that. But it's not like, oh, I think they're actively trying to hurt people now. And that's not good.
It's what happens when you vote fascists in office.
Yeah, that's something to do with it.
And I'm sure you guys got a good look at this mail bomber that's from Florida.
Oh, just the fucking real salt of the earth guy.
Yeah,
100% Florida man going on.
Yep.
And an aspiring professional wrestler. And Kelly was like, "Yep, yeah, that checks out."
Yep. That fits with the rest of the Florida indie scene.
Oh my god!
Go vote, people. Please,
please vote.
Do it for me. Do it for all of us.
And if you want to hear what happens when voting doesn't happen, just go back and listen to that episode of Likes Japan shit we recorded when Trump was elected.
On
God,
election night, yeah.
Was that the last episode of Likes Japan shit? Is that how you ended?
We did a couple more after that.
Trump killed it.
Yeah.
It was real sad. Like, it was real sad. You got to hear that shit in real time, and we're like, wait, what? Nah.
I remember flying to India the very next day.
Oh, yeah. That's right. That's why we didn't do a podcast that night. All right.
Right, yeah. Boy, where were you? Oh, God.
We get to India and we're like, man. Everyone was so like very gentle with us. Like,
that's nice. At least they were considerate.
How are you doing? how you holding up? So segue from this Florida mail bomber, who, from all accounts, is obviously not all there, and I've seen his family's former lawyer compare him to, he's got the mentality of a 14-year-old. Cut to Alamo City Comic Con this past weekend. And their cosplay contest, which was run by a volunteer whose name is Nana Cosplay, and her son, MC Cyanide, hosted the cosplay contest. And his costume as he's hosting is of Powerline from the Goofy movie. Powerline, played by Tevin Campbell in the Goofy movie. Kind of looks like Goofy and Max and all those dogs, but he's a little browner because it's Tevin Campbell. He's got some soul to him.
Yeah. But I saw some of this. I don't know that this is like Blackface.
Oh no,
Okay.
This
It's
is
not
blackface.
good, right? Like, it's not like somebody should have stopped him.
No,
right?
100% somebody, 100% 5 people should have stopped this from happening.
He shouldn't have got as far as he did.
Should not have gotten through an entire MCing an entire cosplay contest.
No.
Because
But,
if you
like,
look,
I could definitely see if that guy is just like, no, fucking, wait, what? Wait, Powerline's black?
But if you Google, if you if you Google pics of Powerline, though, he is of the African American dog persuasion, but he is mocha like Tevin Campbell. He's not necessarily light skinned, but he ain't Wesley Snipes either. And this is straight Wesley Snipes Powerline.
He's definitely blacker than Powerline for sure.
Yeah, this is shoe polish jaws.
Even light skin Powerline, but you're putting makeup on, you shouldn't be.
Yeah,
you shouldn't be doing that.
You shouldn't do it. You definitely shouldn't do it. It's not like a great idea.
This is unfortunate in every way.
But then, like, looking into it further...
Also, bro, you're too fat to be Powerline. I'm sorry.
Well, looking into it further, Nana Cosplay, who's the volunteer, she's like 60 years old, and she's a cosplayer, and she's running this cosplay contest.
She's definitely done blackface.
She already seems a little bit off herself. And then you research her son a little bit, this MC Cyanide, and he's definitely got that look to him. So, on one hand...
What, you mean MC Cyanide doesn't have his shit together? You don't say.
No. On one hand, great for, like, inclusivity, but on the other hand, You done a blackface.
And
You done a blackface in front of multiple Whataburger logos.
Last year, where this guy had this kick-ass Power Line costume. He had like a speaker on his belt playing the fucking song. It was rad as shit.
Yeah, that was I think it was one of those MCM shows. The
guy was crushing it.
Yeah. So yeah,
Also,
Did you see the guy that dressed his baby up as Hitler and then was mad and was confused why people were mad?
Fucking confused. Confused, I'm sure.
That guy's a raging shitbird.
If you have an accurate Nazi general uniform, you're not confused about any of that. Like, this isn't just like, oh, I got some felt, let me just cobble together a Nazi uniform real quick. Like, if you've taken your time to get your Nazi uniform accurate, you know exactly what you're doing when you're dressing your probably, what, a 5-year-old kid up as Hitler?
I was going to say maybe 3.
Okay, 3 then. Like, this guy he literally said so much for the tolerant left. So, you know,
Oh, God.
you know what he was doing.
Maybe he was just dressing up his favorite Indiana Jones character.
It's one of my all-time favorite Wizard World Chicago stories. It was that weekend we met Eli, and it's during the costume contest at the escalators with the diffuser on the megaphone, and there's an Indiana Jones cosplayer, and his buddy is cosplaying as a Nazi, and Eli's comment was, that's cool and all, but as soon as Indiana Jones goes to the bathroom, you're just dressed as a Nazi. You're a Nazi now. Like, that's it. So, speaking of
inappropriate kid stuff, the missus and I went to see the new Halloween.
Okay.
Which was really fucking cool. If you're a Halloween person, it was great. But there was a family there that had a kid, maybe 4. And it was like, you need to be quiet. Like when the kid would be like, they'd be like, shut the fuck up. They were like, hey, you're ruining this for everybody. I'm like, wait, is that a preschooler in this fucking movie? You classless shitbirds? It's not all right. It's not all right.
I'd be okay with a 4-year-old at a movie like that, just as long as the 4-year-old had its shit together and wasn't making noise.
Yeah. Well, he did not want to be there.
Right.
he did not want to be there one fucking bit. My kids are hardcore. I wouldn't take them to see that. But again, I like
Jackson try and fight Michael Myers.
Oh yeah. He's trying to fight worse.
If I had a choice, if I had to flip a coin between Halloween 2018 and Venom, what would you pick, Lee?
If I'm you, Halloween. Yeah. I feel like there's a very slim chance you won't enjoy Halloween.
All right.
Like, you're going to like Halloween. You might not like Venom. I fucking love Venom.
Venom's awesome.
Well,
but you, being a man of
particular taste,
refined taste,
I wouldn't say refined, but
and yet somehow
specific,
we're like, no, Punisher Warzone, ew. Thinking maybe Venom might not be for you.
Fucking love Punisher Warzone.
Punisher Warzone is the fucking best.
It's a perfect movie for like any occasion.
It's so good.
It's
I think
like,
I'm gonna
man,
put it for Christmas.
You're sad? Watch Punisher Warzone. Oh, you're happy? Watch Punisher Warzone.
Oh, you want to be sad? Watch Punisher Warzone.
No,
it's Halloween. Watch Punisher Warzone.
Yeah,
it's Arbor Day.
For your bomb ass
Punisher
Jigsaw
Warzone.
costume.
Yeah. You feel like, hey, maybe I want to hang out with Looney Bin Jim. Watch Punisher Warzone.
Well, it remains to be seen if I'll see either Venom or Halloween in theaters, because MoviePass has just basically told us to go fuck ourselves, and they only give you so many movies that you could see each day, and they only give you a week ahead of time. And this week, it's literal trash. Didn't have a single movie in the top 10 available to see all week. And I think that's just the way it is now.
You gotta stop paying for that.
No. It's paid for.
Oh, see, that's bullshit.
And we had an out when they were like, "Hey, if you paid up front, we'll give you until this date to cancel, and we'll, prorate your refund." I was like, "We've already gotten our money's worth." I didn't realize they were going to do everything in their power to get you not to see movies. They were like, "Oh my God, we made a culture where people want to see movies again. How do we stop this?" But speaking of comic conventions, they had Spooky Empire here in Orlando this past week.
I remember them guys.
Yes. And Elvira was there doing photo ops and shit, full costume. Like, they had this kind of throne set up for her with a backdrop. Looked super cool. Like, I saw it and I was like, man, that would be a cool photo op to have with Elvira. But, so part of the promotion for Spooky was Elvira got herself an exclusive Funko Pop for Spooky Empire. And I guess all of the shipments didn't come in time. And a riot broke out and the cops were called. Like, there were fist fights over an exclusive Elvira Funko Pop at Spooky Empire.
Everyone involved in that.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
To the point,
it's like did you guys hear about the dude that attacked old lady and it's, I think, her son when had an exclusive or a Chase Funko Pop of Twinkie the Kid?
No.
Yeah, apparently dude tried to break into their car while they were driving away and threw the old lady to the ground and stole the Funko Pop.
Jesus. Both Spooky and Elvira put out statements that were basically like, "Hey, we're sorry we kind of caused this, but we know it's not our fans. It's just these asshole Funko Pop resellers."
Yeah.
I'm going to say there's no way that 99.5% of the people involved in these Funko Pop riots weren't just Lily Snow White.
Oh, they're the whitest people you've ever seen.
The whites are at it again.
Like, the whites are at it again.
Melanin deficiency in that crowd. Like, not a bit.
And then
that motherfucker, that powder.
Last thing for me is Mary and I went to the Dr. Phillips Center and saw The Nightmare Before Christmas in concert with the Orlando Philharmonic on Saturday. Friday night they did it at the Hollywood Bowl, but they did it with Danny Elfman and Catherine O'Hara and Paul Rubens, and
that's cool.
Like, they fucking projection mapped the Hollywood Bowl like they do the castle at Disney World. Really cool, and like, that's something that's a bucket list thing. If they keep doing that every year, might have to go out to
that's fucking
LA
dope. That's cool as hell.
The Orlando version, though, for the first half before intermission, they went to intermission right after Oogie Boogie's song.
It's like a 80-minute movie. How's that intermission?
Yeah, but there's a lot of music, so these guys needed a break.
All right, fair enough.
And they were off time for like all the fast songs. The vocals of the songs weren't matching up with what they were playing, and it was a little rough. They brought it back together in that second half, but something was wrong. So, not our best outing to the Dr. Phillips Center and seeing the Orlando Philharmonic, but Return of the Jedi was tight. So I'll give it up to that. So Mary and I both said we might have to watch Nightmare Before Christmas again at some point in the next couple of months. I don't think we got the full experience.
Holds up, man. It's a fun time. But like, I'm very confused now as an adult, like what the moral of the story is.
I can tell you the moral.
Because like it begins, it's all about like, hey, fucking follow your dreams and shit like that. But the end of the movie is like, but if you do, it's gonna go wrong.
No,
so stay in your fucking lane.
This is the moral. Nightmare Before Christmas is about a dude that hates his fucking job.
Hates his fucking job.
He's sick of it. Yep. He's sick of doing the same job year after year after year after year. So he starts looking around, and he sees these other job opportunities, and he's seeing the greener grass. He's like, oh man, here's my fucking chance to get out of this rut. And then he jumps over to this other job, realizes he's going to have to start at the bottom. He's going to have to get paid less, and he's just going to get shit on by everybody because he doesn't really know what he's doing. So eventually,
the only thing I'm ever going to be good at.
yeah, eventually he's like, well, I'm fucking good at doing this Halloween garbage, so I guess I'll go back to that. Like, I've got healthcare in Halloween Town. My copay over here in Christmas Town is bullshit, man. And they're shooting me out of the sky with surface-to-air missiles. I
think you're right.
Yeah.
Fucking turns on Jack real fast.
But there's probably something in there about just, you know, being true to yourself.
But like being true to himself is following his dream, but the dream shit doesn't work for him. So it's follow your dream, but if shit don't work out, stay in your fucking lane. Which is a weird message for a family movie. But I guess the alternative is, you know, Santa gets eaten by a bag of bugs. Which, that's not great either. That's not a good look.
I've always loved that movie. I remember seeing it in the theaters like the weekend it came out in 93. And then at Disney MGM Studios, which is now Hollywood Studios, they had a bunch of the sets and the stop motion puppets.
You shut your mouth.
And it was so fucking cool.
That's cool.
Like they just had a case of nothing but Jack Skellington faces.
That's
with
fucking
the
rad.
different expressions. Yeah, it was very cool.
Yeah, I've often thought to myself, those puppets, they still must exist somewhere. Someone's got them. And I want one. Like, they out there.
They've got Diamond Select is putting figures out in Walgreens recently.
Yeah, I need the same thing. No, I want a fucking puppet. I got one of those. It's not the same thing at all.
I want the clown with the tearaway face.
Yeah, it's dope as fuck. Bought the classic Pennywise for my mom couldn't put that away. And I got them both both Pennywises for mom. That's pretty cool.
They announced another 2017 Pennywise with different heads. Like he has the head where they put the spike through.
Right. Yeah,
then,
and like the windblown.
Yeah, he's got the mom's hair, and then the one where he pops out of the projector. He's got the crazy face. I had mine sitting up on one of my floating shelves, and it took a dive, and I haven't been able to find the sailboat since.
Aww.
Worst case scenario, that fucking sailboat fell into an eBay box and is just now living its new life.
Oh, no.
Somebody got a VHS copy of Halloween Havoc 99 and a sailboat.
What's this little fucking sailboat in the trash?
SS Georgie.
Mary and I were in a Target, and we saw the NECA Ultimate Gizmo.
It's fucking cool.
The box
Yeah,
was
those are nice.
He's got, the 3 faces that are interchangeable. The eyes move. He's got a bunch of accessories. But the box was ripped. And then we price checked it, and it was $28. Pulled out the phone. On Amazon, it was $25. 2 days later, it's in our house. And it is cool. Articulated ears.
Yeah.
NECA has really outdone themselves lately.
Oh,
yeah, I
they've
saw today
definitely
they've got
stepped up their
they're
game.
doing a Jason from the 2009 movie, which is like no one ever makes that movie anything but
No.
that flick. And I fucking love that one.
That's a good movie.
What you got going on, Kelly?
Let's outside of like the Spider-Man DLC, not a whole lot.
Yeah, I gotta finish that.
I 100%ed it the other day, Thursday actually. I like that. That was fun. It was a nice little 5 hours or so. I was happy with it.
Yeah, that's worth it. Yeah, what? So if the rest of it's like that, you're looking at 15 hours for $25. That's not too bad.
Yeah, no, I'm totally fine with that. I really like all the story stuff. So how far did you do all the story stuff? And you
No, I
maybe
just
clean
like
up the map?
the first mission really.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's good. It's really good. So yeah, I've been playing that. I went through then and completed the campaign, 100%ed that, the main one, because I hadn't finished that off. Did you get all the secret pictures?
No, because you don't need them for the 100%. So I was like, fuck it.
Yeah, I did it yesterday while I was swinging around stopping various crimes that I needed to do. So I was like, I'll knock all this out at once. So I did all those, and then yeah, I don't know. I think you get a suit for it. I could be wrong.
Oh, I like suits.
Did you get the suit of him like wearing a sweater?
No.
Okay, so I think that's what you get then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's wearing like an ESU sweater.
Okay, I did get him in his underwear suit, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, I got that one yesterday too.
Fucking spoilers if you haven't finished the Spider-Man game or whatever, but like, one of the more interesting bits is after the scene where he gets his ass kicked by Doc Ock. Like, I think that they kind of rendered out like battle damage versions of every one of the suits you could possibly be wearing.
Yeah.
During that fight, and that's kind of amazing.
Yeah, no, it's insane how much detail goes into those cutscenes and stuff. And it's even crazier that all the cutscenes are just in the game engine.
Yeah, no, there's no difference anymore. It's insane.
Yeah, it's a beautiful game.
I want to play the Red Dead, but I cannot possibly dive into that right now.
Red Dead, like, everything I've been hearing about the game doesn't sound fun to me.
I really like the first one.
I feel like it's the type of open world shit that you dig on. But I guess there's not...
It sounds like too much effort for everything.
I guess there's not like a Japanese magazine store in Red Dead Redemption.
No,
yeah, like,
I mean...
you can't make a chicken the head of the leader of the fucking brothel or whatever. But.
No. Well, the thing that gets me, like, I was watching the IGN review, and they gave it a 10 out of 10. And, like, the dude's listing off, like, all the things you have to do to make, because it's, like, more realistic, to where it's like, oh, you need to cock the gun after every time you shoot it. Or you need to make sure you put your hat on. Or, oh, man, you need to eat or you're going to die. And you need to feed the horses. You need to get all your guys. And I'm like, man, none of this sounds fun.
That does sound a little intense.
Yeah, like, my buddy Garrett put it best. The best way that I've heard it. He said it's a game rather to be admired rather than enjoyed.
Yeah, I don't want to cock guns. I don't want, that sucks.
Like, anytime, like, the reviews, anytime they talk about how, like, just detailed the world is, it sounds more like a really, really well-made cowboy simulation, but doesn't sound like a fun game to me. It's like, I'm happy I passed on it, because I don't think it would have clicked with me.
I'm gonna play it for sure.
But I've been playing more Soul Calibur 6. That is still so much fun. Yesterday I discovered you can, like, go through and download other people's creations that they've made. And I downloaded fucking amazing Bayonetta. Like, it looks like it was just made by a game developer. Like, they even got...
This is for which game now? Soul Calibur?
Soul Calibur 6. Like, the character creation is insane in that game.
How are the hoots?
Oh, there's solid. Solid hoots.
Well, they're not supposed to be solid.
Well, some good-ass hoots. I'd go 9.4.
Wow. Might have to get Soul Calibur.
It's a good time. It's a real good time. But yeah, and like the craziest detail that they nailed on the created Bayonetta was they even got her weird like gun heel boots.
The gun shoes, yeah.
Well, I mean that's the
I don't know.
The character is gun heels and tits, right?
Yeah, but like I don't know how you make that. Just like looking at because I've messed around in the character creation. I have no idea how you make those shoes. Like, it's astounding to me that this was so well made. Like, I need to mess around more and make more people and see if I can be anywhere near as good as these other people. But people really do like making lizard men, and I don't know how they do it, but they give them big old cock and balls.
But
Have you
like,
guys seen that at all?
in like panties, right? Or are they just hanging?
Oh, they're hanging.
Oh, these lizard men are just hanging dong and balls?
Yeah, hang on. I'll send you a picture.
Please. Send me
It's kind
an entire album if you've got it.
Oh, and then the picture I'm sending you, you can also see the creation known as the Cube, which someone just made this giant rainbow square.
What the fuck?
Now that's not you undersold how big that cock and balls was going to be.
Oh, they're enormous. They're enormous cock.
Comically large. And then a fucking just a rainbow cube. Oh my god. Captain Cuck.
Captain Cuck.
This looks like Ethan Van Sciver designed it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the character creation in this game is fucking insane.
Oh, nothing that I'm looking at here is okay.
It's fucking scissor claw hands, hooves, like fawn legs that transition into lizard man legs, a tail, a giant. It almost looks like an inflatable cock and balls that's strapped onto his codpiece.
Yep.
And then he looks like the lizard from Spider-Man with like an
a
Indian
feathered hat.
headdress.
Yeah, just really crushing it, that guy. That is astonishing.
What is this world?
That is just letting you know there's some happiness left out there, man. Like, I'm glad that happens. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
That's phenomenal. Good stuff. Fucking all right, man. Let's hit this list.
Yeah. I mean, we're 90 minutes into the show. We
Might as well.
We don't have a whole lot of lists, but we can wrap this up real quick, get the comics, and get out.
Surprised at the lack of participation this
Well,
this
I
time.
feel like I didn't promote it as much. I should have promoted it earlier.
Yeah.
But
it's all right.
I got some good picks, and I even have some pictures for some of them.
Sweet. So we'll let it go. It's okay. We'll let it slide this time. So yeah, we're doing Halloween costumes, or just costumes, I should say, because Zero made it a point to be like, "Hey, they got to be Halloween costumes." I'm like, nah, fucking, what do you got, nerd? Because that guy is fucking nuts with the making of the costumes.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of those fucking people.
Straight up Japan shit cosplay.
Straight up Japan shit with his costumes. So, all right. I'm gonna make a lot of costumes. I was able to piece together 6 here. I had a pretty solid Rick Sanchez last year. That's where my aforementioned lab coat came from.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I made myself a portal gun, the whole nine. That actually was pretty cool. I was the devil's advocate one year. So I got these sweet ass like latex horns and like spirit gun under my forehead. I had like a really sensible blazer type thing and a sweet ass black t-shirt. I was the devil's advocate. I was his representation. So that was a pretty good one. I like that one. Lest we forget the sweet ass MODOK costume my mom made for me for my birthday party that one year.
Oh my god.
That thing fucking rocked. I still have that. That thing fucking rules. I was invited to a party one time and actually went out of my way and made a like Batman Begins style scarecrow mask and rocked that thing. That was pretty cool. And I am not at all like crafty in that regard. So that was fucking difficult, but it came up looking pretty good.
Yeah, but you are crafty. Like, you have a creative flair to you.
Yeah, but not with like sewing shit. I'm not good at sewing. That's the better thing. I'm not good at sewing at all. The hardest thing, honestly, was just finding like burlap. That was actually really difficult to do. Which maybe I don't know where to go to look for it. And it was also a long time ago. You can probably Amazon burlap now. But this one, it's one of those things where it's like you don't know how hard it is to get burlap until you need burlap. Like, oh, what a precarious problem I find myself in. I was a real prick one year at work and went as business casual Bruce Wayne. like a blazer and a button-up shirt, and you open it, and there's a Batman shirt underneath it. Yeah, business casual Bruce Wayne.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
Yeah. And for our Poptoberfest way back in the day, I was Zombie Billy Mays, which was solid, all right. I saw a picture pop up on the Facebook the other day that one reminded me I did that, and two, like, I really hope I had padded my stomach for that costume. Otherwise, I was super fucking fat back then.
You did. I believe you did.
Could have gone either way. Because, man, I lost a lot of weight, you guys. Like, I'm still fat, but I'm not that fat anymore. It was intense. Yeah, that's probably my top 6. What you got, Nice? Because you fucking go hard with the costume.
It's been a while since we did a costume, and I miss it. It's just October is it's such a hard month, man. Just kind of. I will go with a Poptoberfest costume for my number 6. 2010, my Frankenberry. I feel like
love the Frankenberry.
I feel like I just kind of nailed that one. Just top to bottom. The head could have been a little bit better, but the hardest thing was
fucking serious. No, the head was fantastic.
Yeah, no, that looks pretty great.
But it was a little loose and it was hot, so it could have.
Oh, that's right.
Could have used some work.
Nick was Teneme. That's right.
Dave was Teneme.
Oh, yeah. That's what I meant to say.
Here's another one of me as Frankenberry and Kenny as Finn before anyone knew what the fuck Adventure Time was.
We didn't know.
And then Vigo in the background.
Oh, fuck yeah, Vigo.
First appearance of Vigo. So, yeah, that was cool. Real hard time finding shit in pink in my size. So that shirt was a white shirt that I dyed pink. And then
you did.
The pants were fucking just big ass pink scrub pants for fat chicks. I wanted to get like a pink Adidas tracksuit I thought would look cool.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been awesome.
But no, it wasn't happening. Then 1987, first grade. This is fully store-bought, but my Alf costume.
God, that's terrifying.
See, I'm so happy you're able to find pictures. I'm not great at
I'm
pictures.
missing a couple pictures just because I don't have them handy, but
like you just fucking look like Elf standing there.
Right?
Oh, this album is delightful. Look at these little rascals.
Taking a picture
I
with
don't
my
care about
grandpa.
Alf costume one fucking bit.
No.
That Alf costume hung around for a while, long after I grew out of it.
Oh, that's not okay.
But I loved Alf. Something fierce. Then we got 2009, the first Poptoberfest, my Barf.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Which, one of those costumes that you can either get into the character or you don't. And you might as well just do it. So I was Barf that night, and I was grabbing butts and putting my tail in between people's legs, and as you can see in the successive pictures, this next one is of me as Barf taking a beer bong.
Oh yeah, it is.
And then we have me at the end of the night, without my ears, without my wig, asleep, blacked out, passed out on the dog couch. So
that's really good. Jose's Darkman is pretty dope.
Jose fucking I'm kind of bummed he wasn't here for this show or didn't submit a top 6 because he also goes hard in the paint. We'll see an appearance from Jose later on in my list. This next one, 2008, I did Zombie Ed, which is one of the costumes that I probably put the most ever work into, because I hand formed all those shackles and it's full full makeup. You know, I got the thing on my arm, and then I repurposed it for Wizard World Chicago and walked around and scared black people.
Scared the shit out of black people.
Oh man. And here's me as Zombie Ed, and then Jose as Two-Face. Couple of lookers right there. For my first time ever doing contact lenses, I got the contact lenses, and then they just sat in a drawer for 9-10 months between Halloween and that Wizard World show. And we get to Chicago, I go to open up the contact lenses, and they're just bone dry.
I'm sure.
And then, let's see, where am I at? Number 2, Monterey Jack. Me and Mary as Monterey Jack and Gadget.
Yeah, that's right.
Award-winning costume, as voted on the Popple's Choice Awards. If you notice, the trench coat is actually my barf coveralls repurposed, and I did the hem with hot glue.
Look at you. That's crafty as fuck.
The one and only Halloween costume that I've ever had sex in.
Nice.
Nice.
Fucking throwing rope.
And then another one where the costume got better the drunker I got. So, Monterey Jack just fucking lit up. Just fist to the air, losing his fucking mind.
Fucking hitting that cheese hard.
Yeah. And then my number one, my mom used to, except for like Alf, my mom used to make all of my Halloween costumes, and I wanted nothing more in 3rd grade, 1989, than to be Art Museum Joker from the 89 Batman movie. The fucking hat and the suit were corduroy. I had the squirting orchid. It was the whole nine. And I just
might fucking rule.
I love that movie, and I love that character to the point where my fucking friend at the time knew I was going to be the Joker. I show up to school on Halloween Day, and he's dressed up like the Joker too. But
what a son of a bitch.
He's wearing like the wide-brimmed top hat. Oh, and I fucking lost my mind. And I was having a Halloween party that night, and I must have stamped my feet and had a fucking fit because he showed up to the Halloween party that night as a suck-ass cowboy. And then I just got a couple honorable mentions. I've mentioned this to Mary recently. In 1994, in 9th grade, I don't have a picture handy right now, but I was Judge Ito, which was super simple. Black wig, black beard, glasses, button-up shirt and a tie, and a judge's robe.
All right.
Real topical dude that year.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It was fucking recognizable.
In this climate.
It was recognizable, that's for damn sure. 1990, in 4th grade, I was Casey Jones from the Ninja Turtles movie. And not much to the costume, but I loved it because I fucking love that character. I wore the, like the glow-in-the-dark Jason mask for Casey Jones, but that doesn't really look like it. My dad repurposed an old Hordak mask, which is a little bit more angular. It's got more of that Casey Jones look, so I kind of flip-flop between those two. 2013, I was Bebop, which was it's lit. It was a decent pulled-together costume. I even brought it back for Lee's 30th birthday party. And then, lastly, another costume my mom made is Roger Rabbit, which
look at that
I
shit.
had some
That's
issues.
really good.
I had some issues with the ears. And, one of those crappy rubber tied with string mouse noses, but killed it.
That's fucking solid.
Man, trick-or-treating rules.
We are going trick-or-treating tomorrow, man.
Really?
Yep.
Legit trick-or-treating, not some trunk-or-treat.
Get the fuck out of my face with trunk or
Not
treating.
on a Saturday, on actual Halloween, huh?
On Halloween night, we're going out taking the kids.
See, I have not gotten a fucking trick-or-treater in probably 12 years.
Jeez.
No, Jax. We got Jax the Iron Spider-Man costume from Infinity War because he wanted to be Spider-Man. And it's a pretty cool costume. Like it's got the rubber muscles, their foam muscles or whatever. But the coolest part is that the mask is like really long. So it goes down like kind of onto the chest. So if you stick it in underneath the collar, it looks like it's all kind of one piece or whatever. Which, for like a little kid costume, is a pretty cool touch. But he is my son. So, as much as he loved that costume, he was having a real hard time with his nugget stuffed into this mask. After about a minute and a half, it was just, Daddy, good. And we had to buy a separate mask that is, like a little strap on the back Spider-Man mask because that way he can wear it because that one ain't working. And then Zoe is going to be okay. You're gonna have to look it up because I'd look it up too. She's the it's a Fortnite thing. The Fortnite plush leader.
Oh, is she doing that dance? She does that dance?
I probably.
With the arms?
That pink bear thing.
The pink bear thing, right?
Oh, okay.
And
Does she even play Fortnite?
Yeah.
Huh.
Like a little bit. Like a little. Like I think she plays on her phone a lot, but
you can Fortnite your phone?
You can Fortnite your phone. You can Fortnite anything if you try hard enough. But it's like, yeah, I want to be this Fortnite bear. And I don't know the fuck you're talking about. It's like I Google Fortnite bear costume on Amazon rather, and like it comes up and it's this like bodysuit, like this skin tight bodysuit thing. I'm like, what the fuck? And she's like, no. I'm like, well, that's what the fuck it is. Like, no. And she directs me to what is essentially like a onesie with a bear head on the hood.
The
I'm
pajama style.
Yeah, you can wear that one. You can wear that one until forever. I will always let you wear that one. Never the other one.
Well, she could also do the onesie, and then they sell the head separately too.
Yeah, I'm not ready for no fucking. We're not having that. Kid's got like boobs coming in now. It's fucked up.
Yeah, it happens, man.
It's fucked up, man. I don't care for it. Care for it one bit. Solid list, nice.
Oh, thank you.
Well done. All right, what you got, Kelly?
All right, well, I misremembered our conversation from last week, so I got my top 6 cryptids. Number 6.
Kelly, you should follow Pop on Twitter.
That seems like a good idea. The folk monster. The folk monster is your typical Bigfoot type thing, but I prefer this one because it smells real bad. It smells like a skunk.
Like the skunk ape?
Yeah. It's very similar, but this one I love because it inspired the film Boggy Creek 2 and The Legend Continues, which is the movie that is the subject of my favorite Mystery Science Theater 3000 episode.
Okay. It's called Boggy Creek 2?
Boggy Creek 2 and The Legend Continues.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's incredible. Like, that movie's amazing. I'd highly recommend watching that episode of Mystery Science Theater.
Got a 2.3 on IMDb.
You know it's good. All right, so number 5, we're going to go to some local stuff.
I like it.
Start off with the Beast of Bray Road.
Ooh, I've heard that one, yeah.
Yeah, Beast of Bray Road is a wolfman kind of guy that eats people.
Wolfman's rule.
Yeah, Yeah, the Beast of Bray Road, according to Wikipedia, is described by purported witnesses in several ways as a bear-like creature, as a hairy biped resembling Bigfoot, and as an unusually large, on all fours, 7 feet standing up, intelligent werewolf-like creature, able to walk on its hind legs, weighing 400 to 700 pounds.
Reports vary depending on how drunk they are.
Yep. Yeah, so we got a good old wild dog man by us, an Elkhorn.
You can get some YouTube video of that one too. It's out there.
Yep. Oh yeah.
See it on the YouTube. Totally legit. Completely legit.
The other local cryptid that we've got in Wisconsin is the hodag. Do you guys know what the hodag is? Hodag is actually referenced in Paul Bunyan stories.
Okay.
So the hodag is from Rhinelander, Wisconsin, and it has the head of a frog, the grinning face of a giant elephant, thick, short legs set off by huge claws, the back of a dinosaur, and the long tail with spears at the end.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Apparently, it was rounded up by a local group of hunters who eventually used dynamite to kill it.
Hodag.
And there's kind of just a weird-looking picture of it with the dudes that caught it.
Wait,
and ever since, it's become like a local mascot for Rhinelander.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, Hodag's a weird one. I like him. Because he makes literally 0 sense.
Yeah, that picture looks super real.
Yeah.
That thing's fucking cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, because it's like 1893, so they didn't have much to make fake stuff with.
That's fucking crazy looking. I've never heard of this one. That's crazy looking.
Yeah, Hodag's great.
Huh, right on.
All right, now I got 2 more that go together for my 3 and 2 entries. They're both similar, but they're different in slightly. Number 3 will go the goat man of Maryland.
Oh, okay.
Solid, just a half man, half goat.
What else do you need? Yep.
There's a bunch of different versions of the goat man with different stories. One of them,
maybe we should have done top 6 cryptids.
One of them
I'm glad this is happening. This is great.
I had no idea.
One of the versions is that he was like a scientist that was messing around on goats, and then one of them got real fucked up and he turned into a goat person, and then he just started attacking cars with axes.
The whole thing's fucked.
All right.
Well, another version of the goat man is that he was just like, just a plain goat man, just a nice little hermit that kind of lived, was on his own, but just wandered around, got caught, peeping every now and then.
Like a goat does. Yeah.
Just spying on the human world.
Yeah. And then there's the other goat mans where they were maybe like DNA experiments or like, just devil stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, so Goat Man of Maryland. But also very similar to the Goat Man of Maryland is the Pope Lick Monster.
I'm sorry, the what?
No.
The Pope Lick Monster.
No.
The Pope Lick Monster.
Native to Louisville, Kentucky.
Of course.
Another part man, part goat, but also part sheep.
Like a man bear pig.
He gets his name from the... he lives under a bridge over Pope Lick Creek.
Yeah, this looks like some sort of Pan's Labyrinth type shit.
These photos are great.
Yeah, so what he does is he uses like hypnosis or whatever to lure people onto the train tracks so they'll get run over by the train.
See, I know some shit about some shit, Kelly, but I've not heard of some of these. This is great.
But there's like, and a thing with this guy is that apparently he might also be like a former farmer that was like sacrificing goats to get satanic powers, and this is what it turned him into.
Right.
Yeah. But like, I guess people have actually died on these train tracks.
Holy shit.
Probably because they were just trying to look for this this thing, and then they got stuck on the train tracks and died. Because I guess how the bridge is set up, that is like you go down onto the train tracks, and it's really hard to get back off of them. And like pretty much your only way off is to jump down, and it's a real long drop.
Oh, that sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah.
Jesus. All right.
And then, of course, my number one, the Jersey Devil.
Well, obviously. Like,
let me tell you something.
Of course.
As a child, I had a real legitimate fear of the Jersey Devil. Now you may say, Kelly, you live in Wisconsin. And I'll say yes. But for some reason, in my heart of hearts, I thought he would be able to sense my fear and would fly over and come get me.
He's going to fucking hop on a train.
Yep. Now, I prefer, in my mind, the definitive Jersey Devil is the one that was born to a woman who prayed to Satan for a child. And that's what came out.
Yeah, obviously, for sure.
Yeah, that's the best Jersey Devil. Like, I don't want to hear about, like, oh, it's just a kangaroo with wings or whatever. No. That's the devil's work. And that is my top 6 cryptids.
No, fucking A+.
Holy shit. I was going to ask you after your number 1 if this was legit or you just researched these this week. But then you're like, yeah, I've had a fear of the Jersey Devil my entire life. I'm like, no, he's fucking legit. This is...
Some of these I did research just this week.
But still, you guys should have shouted me down when I was like, it's cryptids.
That was all going to be just like all Bigfoots.
Yeah, I was thinking it was going to be fucking big. Like, Kelly's list is even like a hipster cryptid list. He didn't even list Sasquatch.
No.
I
really
Sasquatch,
thought about putting the hoop snake on my list.
The which snake?
The hoop snake.
There are a lot of Nessie. I'm looking at a map of cryptids, and there are a lot of Nessie-looking things on this list.
There's a lot of Nessie ones. But do you guys know what a hoop snake is?
No.
Apparently it's a snake that'll just find you, that like if it gets pissed at you and wants to get you, it'll just jump up, spontaneously grab its tail with its mouth, turn into a wheel, and chase you.
A what? That's fucked up.
This shit is nuts. Bat Squatch? There's a bat squatch.
You want to know what the fuck? Some real shit I heard about today? So, during the flood, the hurricane floods and whatnot that just kind of happened in the Carolinas last month. There's video. You can see video of fire ants. We talked about it it was on the Smodcast. We're talking about it, and so I looked it up. And sure as shit, these fucking fire ants are like, "Oh man, I feel it. Some shit's coming. Let's all get together and make a ball."
Oh no!
And so sure as shit, they make a ball. And like this like puddle of fire ants, they're just like cycling people once from the bottom to the top and staying alive during the flood until they hit land again.
Ugh.
That's some real life finds a way shit, and it fucked me up. Like crazy.
Yeah, I haven't seen the ball, but I've seen where it looks like they're lily pads, just kind of floating along, just joining hands.
That's fucked up,
saying
man.
Kumbaya.
Ugh. No, thank you.
That's fucked up. I don't like it. All right. John,
Did you guys ever heard of the... I actually found out this one today when I was doing a little research. You guys ever heard of the Minnesota Iceman?
Yeah.
No. I didn't know about the Minnesota Iceman that, like, he was sold on eBay in 2013.
Wait, what?
So the Minnesota Iceman was, like, this kind of, like, Bigfoot, like, caveman thing in a big old frozen block of ice that would go around to freak shows.
Yeah, but I didn't know he got sold.
Yeah. Like, it was sold on eBay, and just they sold them, and you can see a picture of it outside of the block of ice.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see. February 2013, Minnesota Iceman was reportedly auctioned on eBay. The listing read, "This is the actual sideshow gaff billed as the Minnesota Iceman by Frank Hansen in the 1960s.
No shit.
This is a one-of-a-kind hoax that was fabricated by a mid-20th century showman. And it was purchased by someone in Austin, Texas. Steve Busey, the owner of Museum of the Weird, who has it placed on public display."
That's kind of neat.
Yeah.
Huh. I was mad about it, but I'm over it. I like it.
It's weird.
Fucking A. All right. So, Juggalo John hit us up on Twitter with a great list. Number 6, nope. Number 5, nuh-uh. Number 4, a clown. Number 3, a vampire. Number 2, a vampire clown. And number 1, a shirt tails digger plastic mask. It was what I wear to trick or treat the first time. Only had the 3 that I rotated through as a kid. As an adult, I just don't do it. I love that. Clown, vampire, vampire clown. That's fucking wonderful. And then our buddy Zero emailed in and just dropped his dick hard on the table. Like, here's this. You guys can do what you want with this. He fucking writes in, rather than list the top 6 costumes I've worn, I'm going to list the top 6 costumes Kat and I have made. So he sent some pictures. He keeps the costumes at her parents' house, so the only ones that he have are the ones he sent here. So number 6 is something called Crow and Cyan from a show called Show by Rock. In case you don't know, Zero co-hosts, Once Upon a Forever, every once in a while, likes Japan shit. And this motherfucker loves some Japan shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
He goes deep with it.
Like, you guys don't even know Japan shit when it comes to Zero.
Not like that.
No.
But the show's called Show by Rock. And he fucking... I remember him talking about making this guitar. Maybe even during one of the shows. But it fucking looks cool as hell. Number 5, we did Trunks and Videl from Dragon Ball, which he points out that Videl is a super simple costume. A cat gets more compliments for it than many other costumes we do. You can't see it in the picture, but the sword he made for Trunks has a fully working sheath. And yeah, I mean, the Videl is just like a big white t-shirt and some leggings, essentially.
Yeah.
But yeah. Also, big ups to actually making a... You can't just buy a sword, Z. You got to make a fucking sword.
The sword looks real nice, too.
Yeah, but they usually have to be like cardboard.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I want to say that all these costumes I love because he's like, no, I'm not shaving my fucking beard off. It's not going to happen. I like that too. That's a solid move. They did he says, number 4, a Joker and Harley, not Suicide Squad. Fucking everyone does a Joker Harley. Everyone. We're no different, but I like to think my Joker is better than most others. Kat's sister and her now ex-boyfriend did the Suicide Squad Joker versions with them. And you know what? It's a pretty fucking cool Joker.
Yeah, it's a good looking
Joker.
Joker.
The green in his beard, which is pretty rad. It's a solid looking Joker. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Can't be mad about it. Then he did Frankenstein's Monster and the Bride, which is pretty good. And they put those together in 2 days for Comics Fest at the same, and as the theme of the convention was the 200th anniversary of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. That's cool. It doesn't show well in the picture, but the stitches on Kat's face made it look like she had her face sewn on, which is pretty fucking dope.
Yeah, that's dope.
That's pretty good. That's a rock solid effect.
And his face is stitched in 3 different parts, 3 different colors.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Got big ass fucking bolts coming out of his back.
Yeah, it's pretty rad. It's pretty cool. Number 2, he does Sephiroth and Aerith from Final Fantasy VII. This would be higher on the list if you had a better picture. He says Sephiroth's sword was actually made a little similar to a real sword, where it's a solid piece all the way down 7.5 feet long. He made his fucking sword. And then he makes the point that Aerith's staff is also pretty well perfect. Yeah.
No big, but it's perfect.
It is fucking perfect. Yes. The picture betrays, and that sword's 7.5 feet long. No fucking point at the camera. That's nuts.
Yeah.
You
it looks like a regular size sword in the picture.
And then number 1 is not finished. It's like a pile of parts in the picture. Number 1 is Bowsette. In the process of making this right now, as I type this email, Kat's going as Bowsette to Hentai Con this weekend. That sentence alone. Wait, what? Okay, fuck all this. What? Hentai Con? That sentence alone is enough to make this about the best costume I've ever made. All right, so fucking hang on.
Googling HentaiCon?
HentaiCon.com. All right.
I would hope they would have gotten the URL.
Yeah, November 2nd through 4th at the Marriott Burbank Airport. Well, hot damn. They got exhibits and programming, the whole fucking nine. Look at them go.
Get banged by a
Fucking
tentacle.
weirdos.
Who cares?
Including Bushonen Bingo.
Well, of course.
Yeah. Bushonen Bingo will be coming to HentaiCon. This one-of-a-kind event will not only bring the classic game to life, it comes with an adult twist involving hot stripping boys.
Well, why wouldn't it?
If that's not enough to get your attention, did we mention there will be fabulous Yahweh-themed prizes given away each round? The game won't end until the boys are all out of their clothes and bring your competitive spirit and get ready to yell bingo at the top of your lungs.
Oh, my.
Oh, my God. That's fucking phenomenal.
Zero in the chat says they're actually staffing the con.
You kids have a fucking ball.
I just looked at the guest list and lots of hoots. Lots of hoots on that guest list.
Yeah. Oh,
Good
yeah.
hoots?
Pretty solid hoots. So, hey, if you guys got nothing going on this weekend in the LA area, by all means, go check out the Hentai Con. I'll bet it's going to be a good time. I'm sure none of these people are going to be fucking weirdos.
But man, some fucking solid costumes. The kids these days, they love the Bowsette.
They do.
They do.
Fucking swimsuit succubus is going to be there.
What I see in the background of the work in progress of the Bowsette, there's a pup, which I love a pup. And then what looks like a dog pen, but inside the dog pen looks like a fucking Metroplex and a couple Megazords. Are the toys penned away from the dog? Or
If so, the man's a genius. That's a really good idea. That's a fucking really good idea, actually. I like it.
cool shit.
Like
I
it a lot.
don't know who half these characters are, but I can appreciate craftsmanship and passion for the characters.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't know a lot of them, but yeah, no, it's good stuff.
Yeah, I would have broken up with that Suicide Squad Joker too. He looks like a, looks like a real dirtbag.
She made the right call.
Yeah.
All the good move. No, that's fucking fun. That was great.
Yeah, now Lee, you're gonna have to come back with your fucking top 6 cryptids just so that we don't lose this this cryptid boost.
I'll fucking bring the cryptids over. Don't think I won't.
Can you hang with Kelly's list?
Huh?
Can you hang with Kelly's list of cryptids?
Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah, he can totally.
Yeah.
There was one cryptid I wanted to include, but I think I Yoda'd myself again. And I swear to God there's a cryptid of a flaming pumpkin that would chase people around, but I cannot find any record.
Have you guys had cryptid conversations before?
No, but we can smell our own.
Yeah.
No, game recognized game, nice.
Yeah.
I had
kinda
no
just
clue.
know.
I had no fucking clue. Oh, a Zero in the chat says it's not to keep the dog out, it's to keep the rabbit out. He says his dog knows better.
But the rabbit's dumb as shit.
Yeah, apparently.
Rabbit don't know nothing. So Swimsuit Succubus has a good Instagram page, you guys. I'm just saying.
Swimsuit
Yeah, I'm
succubus?
not gonna lie. I follow her girlfriend on Twitter. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. Solid hoots. Good stuff. All right, let's talk comic books. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I gotta join some Instagram accounts.
The problem with comic books is the ink comes off on your hands. Every time you turn the page, you have to wash your hands.
I'm not seeing Swimsuit Succubus. What page was this on?
Page 2 of the guests.
There's 2 pages. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm
2
sorry.
pages.
Pages of hoots.
I did not expect HentaiCon to have 2 pages. Oh!
that's your fault.
Oh! Hoots!
Yeah.
Hoots! We have hoots, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Good stuff. And it's on the Twitter, she's SS Succubus. In case you want to check that out on the Twitter machines, good stuff. Not mad about it. Not mad about it. You do you, girl. Again, don't know who the fuck half these characters are, but appreciate the craftsmanship and extreme attention to detail. Dig it.
I see her butt crack.
Lots of butts.
Wow, she kind of had to
fucking have a good time, Z.
She had to really fucking strap things in for this Violet costume from The Incredibles.
Yeah, but really, like, go for that Elastigirl all day.
Oh, this Wednesday is top notch.
Yeah, no, it's good stuff. All right, fucking, what's happening here? I completely lost my train of thought. Got distracted.
Hoots.
Got distracted by the hoots.
Hoots and boots.
Hoots and boots. Boots all day. All right. The Spider-Geddon is happening, and boy, do I like it. A lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
Like, so you got yourself a sequel to Spider-Verse, which I really liked anyway, right? But then they're taking it up a notch, and they're going like Civil War style, where you got your Miles Morales and your Gwen Stacy's and whatnot. But like, hey, we got to go fight the Inheritors, and then you got your Dr. Octopus saying, no, we got to fucking kill these assholes. The only reason that we're doing this now is because you guys wouldn't let me kill them last time. So yeah, you guys go ahead and you find your fucking weak ass spider people. I'm gonna go get Kane and like the Japanese Megazord Spider-Man, and guys, I know that'll kill the motherfucker. Those are the ones that I'm going to go get. And I'm like, yes, please. That sounds awesome. So you got two factions of hardcore murder spider people fighting the Inheritors. That's kind of awesome. I love it. It's big, dumb fun. All on board for that. And so, like, the Spider-Girls came out. That was pretty good. And the first issue of the new Spider-Gwen, it's all solid. All fucking rock solid. Love it. Love it all to death.
And this week is Spider Force and Vaulted Spiders.
Yeah, fuck yeah, Vaulted Spiders. But man, they're not fucking around. They're just killing people. Like, and not just like the ones you imagine would be like just straight up cannon fodder, like the real characters. That makes me sad.
Yeah, I mean, like, spoilers, I was not expecting them to kill off Spider-Man Noir.
No, he's got a fucking movie coming out.
It's in a fucking movie.
I think now he's gonna have a stroke.
Did you guys see the Bowser?
Oh, I saw the Bowser. He's like, fucking go for it.
Oh my god, that's so dumb. I love it.
Fucking great. That's a girl who knows her audience. Knows exactly what the fuck's up. She might be a genius.
How many followers do you... Oh, I was about to say, what? 466 followers? No, that's 466,000. That's about right. That's right. That's deserved.
Fucking thirsty dudes.
Hoots?
What the fuck?
Let me just say, for the record, I'm glad you're bringing Hoots back, Nice. I support the Hoots comeback. Fully support the Hoots comeback.
Like, and not every pair of boobs is a pair of Hoots.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
There's this one where the one's got her boobs on the beach ball, and the other one looks like she's about to take a shit on a beach ball.
That's catering to a very specific niche market.
43,400 likes. What the fuck?
Oh, it's beautiful, you guys. Oh, so good. So good. See? It's not all terrible out there, guys. Like,
no, there's some bright spots.
There's some bright spots.
There's some Hoots.
There's some Hoots. We're gonna make it all right. What else? Last thing I'll talk about is fucking the Star Wars Dr. Aphra, the number 25. Like, as the issue was going on, I'm like, oh shit, like, is this the end? Like, is this the end of the story? Are they gonna fucking wrap this up? No, they're not wrapping it up at all. Like, in fact, they fucking raised the game. Like, one of the recurring figures in the story has been the fucking the dude from the first movie who's all like, I got a dissonance on 12 systems, whatever the fuck, and then his boy gets his arm cut off. Like, that guy's been a recurring figure for a while, and he kind of shows himself now in this one. And as all of the shit's coming to a head, he rescues Aphra, rescues 000, and then basically puts a bomb in one or both of them. That was like, yeah, you guys, if one of you dies, you both die. And if you ever leave more than 20 meters from each other, you both die. So this murder robot is going to be awake in like a minute. You kids have fun. And he fucking pimps away. And that's so fucking evil. I'm all about it. Fucking great. It's an excellent fucking story. And what up, Bunny AU? All right. A+ who's nice. Look at that. It's a good time to be alive, guys. Weird shit. But then we got the internet. So what's up, Kelly? What you got?
Let's see. Yeah, Spider-Geddon stuff is good. There's a new Mars Attacks series that's written by the dude that did Rock Candy Mountain.
Really?
So that's pretty great.
Really?
Yeah, the first issue features a guy going to visit his dad in like a hospice, and just as the Martians are attacking, and one of the doctors comes around and is like, hey, you want a syringe full of this drug that'll kill you? It's like, what? No. He's like, oh, all right, well, I'm gonna give myself one of these when I'm done handing them out to the rest of the patients. See y'all later.
Oh, I'm gonna read the fuck out of that.
Yeah,
man.
It's great. Let's see. That's about it. It wasn't a super huge week for comics, and this week isn't really that big either.
There's like nothing coming out tomorrow.
Yeah, well, that's your 5th Wednesday of the month. That's what happens.
Right.
Yeah, not a whole lot going on. So that's about it. That's all I got.
What you got, Nice?
I'm gonna ruin the 11th hour Instagram feed. That's for damn sure. For me, I just wanted to run down some of the Halloween-y movies that we've been watching this past week. I didn't mention it last week, but we did watch Elvira, Mistress of the Dark on Prime. And I'll be damned, it was Mary's first time seeing it. I'll be damned if that movie isn't better than I remember it.
Really?
Like, I expected it just to be trash, but it's got a real dry sense of humor to it. And, you know, she's great in it. So, if you haven't peeped Mistress of the Dark in a while, I would do that. We did watch Gremlins 2, which Gremlins 1 is a Christmas movie, not a Halloween movie. So, put in Gremlins 2, and then, like, the next day we saw that Gizmo figure in Target. So,
like it's meant to be.
And, man, Gizmo's just great. Gizmo
is great.
Gremlins 2, this is probably the third time I've watched it in the past couple of years. What more can you say about that movie? One movie that I don't think gets enough credit and is one of my favorites to watch around this time of year. I've seen the original and I like it, but Pet Sematary 2 is one of my favorite Halloween-y movies. Like, it must have just come out at the right time for it to stick with me.
I don't know that I've seen Pet Sematary 2.
Oh, man. Clancy Brown as the sheriff of the town from the first Pet Sematary.
Okay.
Gets killed and then buried in the Pet Cemetery and comes back and he's just a fucking psycho. And he's the best part in it. He's great. He's hilarious.
Okay.
It's essentially It's Edward Furlong, and then his dad is Anthony Edwards from ER.
What?
Yes. And Edward Furlong's mom dies. They go back to live in the town from the first Pet Cemetery because that's where she's from originally. And he's the local veterinarian. Anthony Edwards is. They meet, the local townspeople. He's the new kid at school. The sheriff's stepson is the fat kid that gets bullied. And he's got a big, husky or Akita that Clancy Brown's character ends up shooting. So that's the first one to go into the Pet Cemetery. No spoilers, but just one of those that I've probably seen 20 times in my life.
What's it on? Is it on Prime?
Yes. It is on Prime, and the original Pet Cemetery as well.
See, we saw. I saw the trailer for the new one on the big screen before Halloween, and man, it looks creepy as fuck.
Yeah, but I saw Pet Cemetery 2 before I saw the original one. I'm pretty sure. And then,
that's probably okay.
Lastly, I was super stoked for this movie. I heard about it when it first came out on video on demand. It's called Slice. It's Chance the Rapper, Zazie Beetz, who was Domino, and she's on Atlanta.
Okay.
And Paul Scheer from The League. And the first trailer I saw painted it as this pizza place was built on an entrance to hell, and then Chance the Rapper is a pizza delivery werewolf. So,
okay,
that's right. Doesn't that sound fucking cool?
Sure.
Yeah.
And that cast is pretty decent. Like Chance the Rapper, he's a rapper, but he was good on Saturday Night Live, so I was all about it. So it finally showed up on Prime, and it was one of those that I figured I could convince Mary to watch because it seems kind of quirky and fun, and it's got people we like in it. And boy, oh boy, did everybody involved in this do a bad job, an awful job.
No,
because not only does the plot involve what I told you, which is a mouth to hell underneath a pizza place, pizza delivery werewolf. The town had a insane asylum, which created over 40, I think it was 40,000 ghosts. So
what?
This town lives with ghosts as an everyday thing. But the ghosts have their own part of town, but they still interact, and everybody's cool, the ghosts and the normal people. And this is just a matter of fact piece of information about this world. It's that on its own is an interesting concept.
That's a movie. Yeah.
You don't also need mouth to hell and pizza delivery werewolf. And
no, that's a step too far.
Then there's also a whodunit of murders that they're trying to blame on the ghost community. There's a coven of witches that are trying to get access to the mouth of hell. The cops are looking for pizza delivery werewolf guy.
What the fuck?
And then to top it all off, it looks good. It's got cool montages. It's very music video in that aspect, but then it's not funny. It's not interesting. There's a lot of shit that they just threw at the wall that is not interesting or good. And then in the final act, you finally see Chance the Rapper change into a werewolf. And hoo boy, is it bad. It is bad.
Aww.
Was it intentionally bad? Or is it just bad? And that was the end of it. I can't even... It was a waste of 90 minutes. And it could have been great. Any one of those elements could have been its own movie.
It certainly sounds that way.
The only time we laughed is the basement of the pizza place is essentially the spooky basement. That's how you go down to get to the mouth of hell. and nobody's been down there. It used to be a Chinese food place, and it's built on where this insane asylum used to be. So they go down to the spooky basement, and they open the door, and there's this janitor, and the janitor is like, "What are you guys doing down here? You're not supposed to be down here." And he's the janitor from the insane asylum. They tell him, "Hey man, you're a ghost." And he looks down and he sees his body, and he's like, "Ah, shit! I fucking knew it! I am a goddamn ghost, god damn it. Been keeping watch over this mouth of hell this entire time." So
Dude, that sounds like it was kind of funny.
yeah, that bit was great. Everything else, trash. Do not recommend.
Save it, huh?
Do not recommend Slice on Prime.
That's damn disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have time for shit that sucks. Okay?
No time for shit that sucks. Barely have time for all the shit that doesn't suck.
Yeah, I watched that instead of watching Daredevil.
That's too bad. But I understand wanting to. That's why we kind of stopped with the Daredevil, and so we could watch some spooky Netflixy shows because you want to do it. You want to fucking get in it and kind of be in the mood for the Halloween. I get it. I understand.
I do dig where you pull up Netflix this week, and instead of the usual Netflix tone, it's like a horror movie string.
Yeah, and it scares the shit out of you. Like every time it scares the shit out of you. You're like, fuck, I'm just trying to watch PJ Masks with my kid. Jesus. Good times. All right, let's be done. Solid outing, guys. Yeah. We did it.
That was a good one.
Fucking fun show. Go out and trick or treat, man. Go trick or treat. Fucking go vote. That's next week, I think.
Yeah.
Next Tuesday, yeah.
Next week.
Yeah, so fucking go vote.
So we'll be able to do a podcast election special.
Ooh. Yeah. Fucking be the change, dog. Be the change.
Okay, how about this? I'm gonna put this out there. Top 6 fictional politicians.
Ooh, I like that.
That's good. I like that.
All right.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, who's your top 6 fictional politician? That's a really good one. Yeah, we're talking comics, movies, TV, whatever. Set it up. I like that. It's good. Good.
Because, man, fuck a non-fiction politician.
They're all bastards. Although the one guy that called the guy racist on TV is pretty great.
Yeah,
that guy's a fucking
He's pretty dope. And that Beto can get it.
Yeah, Beto can get it.
What's up, Kelly? Is your fuck-ass governor up for re-election?
Yep.
So what's it looking? Is he looking like he's going to stay in office?
I thought he was retiring.
No, you're thinking Paul Ryan.
Okay.
Yeah, Scott Walker's a real piece
Scott
of
Walker.
trash.
He's the guy that's like, no, teachers aren't trained. Teachers ain't shit.
Yeah, but he's going up against a teacher. So we'll see how that goes.
That's a grudge match.
Could
shit.
be good. Yeah, could be good.
I'm expecting he'll retain.
We should expect the worst because, man, they are certainly doing their worst trying to suppress votes at every goddamn turn.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, so was it in Texas? Some of the machines are just flat out changing votes.
Yeah, 30% of the counties are counting votes wrong.
Yeah, and they're like, we can't change them.
No. They're like, we have no legal obligation to change them.
Fucking assholes.
Yeah.
Fucking assholes.
I guess you got to do what you got to do because I couldn't imagine willingly voting for Ted Cruz.
Like, even if you're like a hardcore Republican guy, how do you vote for Ted Cruz?
What a dickless.
The fucker's spine is made of jello.
Yep.
Like, just barely a man.
And you put him next to Beto. Oh, it's so bad. Like, they're not even the same species.
No.
This motherfucker is just like a big lump of earwax stuffed into a Play-Doh mold that kind of looks like a dude, but not quite.
Yeah, that sometimes likes porn tweets.
That's right. He did do that.
Yeah, he sure did. He did that. If you forget, he did that on September 11th.
Never forget. Never forget. Jesus. All right. Go out. Do your civic duty. Have fun with the kids. Fucking you got candy, turn your light on. Don't give kids toothbrushes and shit. That's fucking terrible.
Don't give them those peanut butter shits.
While looking at candy, I did see something that I would have put on my list if I had ever gotten it in my trick-or-treat bag, and it was miniature bags of pretzels.
Oh, I like that. That's good. Something a little salty to break up the sweet.
No. Like, I would be pissed if I got pretzels.
Really?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, see, I enjoyed the bags of pretzels.
Cover them shits in chocolate and we're talking.
I respect it. It's all right. Yeah.
You're gonna give me pretzels, you better give me a goddamn squeeze it while you're at it so I can wash these things down.
Fucking A.
Got a Capri Sun? How about a Capri Sun?
Fucking A. All right, come back. We'll follow along with the next phase of American History Live. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Like, what could possibly go wrong? That'll be 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central at youtube.com/panelsonpages. Email us popcast@panelsonpages.com or leave us a voicemail 616-951-1POP. Hit us up with them dope ass I voted stickers. We'll retweet them. Let people know what's going on. Let a motherfucker know what's up. Be all patriotic and shit. So yeah, for Jason Nyes and Kelly Harris, I'm the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez. I'm going to talk to you guys next week. Night. Love you. Happy Halloween.
Hoots.
wonderful.
Bravo!
I loved that.
Oh, it was great.
Well, it was pretty good.
Well, it wasn't bad.
Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good, though.
It could have been a lot better.
I didn't really like it.
It was pretty terrible.
It was bad.
It was awful.
It was terrible.
Get him away!
Hey, boo!
Boo! Boo!